Welcome to In the Know with NGO, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter. We welcome you. It's an opportunity to learn about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, our service opportunities in the community, learn how you and we can better support the mission of our stakeholders, and learn how you can partner with us in the mission of service, education, mentoring, youth empowerment, and scholarship. At the end of this broadcast, our announcer will tell you how to find out more about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter, and how to volunteer with and financially support the many programs we offer. And now your host of In the Know with NGO.
Good afternoon and welcome to In the Know with NGO.
Yes.
I am the captivating Karonda Mateer, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter. I will serve as your hostess with the mostest today.
Yes. All right.
Joining to me today are also three of my sisters, members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter. We have our dynamic Dr. Angela Gooden.
Thank you so much.
Who serves as the local president. We also have the vivacious vice president, Mrs. Linda Piper.
Hello, everybody.
All right.
Welcome. And today we have a special in-studio guest, the charismatic
All right.
C. Washington.
Come on.
Cassandra Washington is here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The purpose of this broadcast is to tell you, our community stakeholders, about the many service opportunities we do in the community, how you can get involved, and how you can support us in our community service efforts. Dr. Gooden, would you be so gracious to tell us more about the sorority?
I surely will, Ms. Mateer, and thank you so much for having all of us today. This is a distinct pleasure, and I just have to tell you, you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was founded on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. in 1908. So we're not new kids on the block.
Not over here. No, ma'am.
Not at all. 115 years, okay, to be exact. It's the oldest Greek letter organization established by African American college-educated women.
Wow.
So we are the first and the finest. Now we're not. Okay, I just have to say it. It is comprised of more than 355,000 members in graduate and undergraduate chapters, and we're located all over the world. 12 countries, including the United States, Bahamas, Bermuda, Canada, Dubai, Germany, Japan, Liberia, Nigeria, South Korea, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and of course South Africa.
So 9 times out of 10, wherever I travel, I will run into the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority.
You're going to see the pink and green
it's
all
the
over
pink
the
and
world.
Green for me.
All over the world. Our president and CEO is Danette Anthony Reed, and our South Central Regional Director is Joya T. Hayes. And we already know, we can say in this collective body, both phenomenal women. Both phenomenal.
Yes.
Nu Gamma Omega Chapter is located in Baton Rouge, downtown Baton Rouge. But we span a broad spectrum, and we're going to talk about that today. NGO has a membership of 225 members, and we work with our local Pan-Hellenic body, which is a group of sororities and fraternities. To do service. We have wonderful activities all over the community, and it's a great opportunity for us to come together collectively, share our ideas, and most importantly, partner and support each other. Our chapter, NGO, was chartered in 1980, and we've been supportive of many community service efforts through the years. Middle School Scholars Program, textbook giveaways, donation of food, packing food, donations to battered women's shelter. So the list goes on and on. But we support scholarships for our students and also for our mentees. And we're going to hear about that coming up. So today and every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 1:30, we are going to bring you In the Know with NGO, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter. And during this 30-minute educational informational forum, this is our video newsletter. We will bring you information about what we as a nonprofit do in the community and how you, our stakeholders, can get involved.
Thank you so much. Our mission remains the same. Service and sisterhood.
That's it.
After a break and a word from our sponsors, I'm going to turn it over to our vivacious vice president, who also serves as our program chairman. And she's going to tell you about some of our programs, projects, initiatives, and how you can get involved and support our community initiatives. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We're going to take a break right now. To find out more about any of the programs featured today, go to www.akanewgammaomega.com. That's www.akanewgammaomega.com. Or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, New Gamma Omega Chapter. Stay tuned for more with In the Know with NGO. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of juggling multiple agencies for your digital marketing needs? Look no further. More Creative Productions is here to simplify your life. We are your one-stop shop for all things digital marketing. From website design to social media management, we have you covered. Our team of experts will help elevate your brand and increase your online presence. Don't miss out on the opportunity to take your business to the next level. Choose More Creative Productions for all your digital marketing needs. Contact us today at 888-572-0881. That's 888-572-0881. And let's get started.
If you're in a sticky situation,
What'd you do?
and need to get unstuck,
The solution is well within our grasp.
ABC Star Bail Bonding Company has got you covered. Service
When?
anytime, anywhere.
Oh, yeah!
For more information, contact Agent Dawn Michelle
Okay, ready?
at 288-9004 or 357-6911. ABC Star Bail Bonding Company. Service
When?
anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, it's In the Know with NGO. And your host is here to serve you. To find out more about any of the programs featured today, go to www.akanewgammaomega.com. Email us at newgammaomega@gmail.com or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, New Gamma Omega Chapter. Now back to In the Know with NGO and your host for today.
Thank you so much for tuning back in with us.
Yes.
I am elated to hand it over to our vivacious vice president who serves as our program chair, Mrs. Linda Piper. If you would be so kind to tell us about initiatives, programs, things that are going on in the community, please.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Mrs. Mateer. I serve as Vice President of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, New Gamma Omega Chapter. And today I'd like to share with the public some of the activities we have as we focus on international, national, regional, and local initiatives. The first being Strengthen Our Sisterhood.
Yes.
And it's called that. And we focus on two areas in particular: random acts of kindness and leadership development.
Right.
We profile how all of us can forge that kindness to affect community change, and then profile some of our wonderful programs in our chapter to empower leadership, not only in the sorority, but in the community.
Yes.
And speaking of leadership,
Come on.
we like to do a little congratulations to our member, Vanessa LaFleur.
Yes.
Drum roll, please.
Yes.
For being awarded the Louisiana National Guard Distinguished Civilian Service Medal.
Yes.
Woohoo!
That is
Congratulations,
awesome,
Miss
awesome.
Vanessa
Vanessa
LaFleur.
And again, for
Lord.
service. For service.
For
Yes.
service. And also, we'd like to say congratulations to member Chandra Sanders on her newest book launch tour. See her in Detroit,
Come on.
Atlanta,
Come on.
Louisiana.
Come on.
And the book is the Essential Upgrade Book, a 90-day guide to get your house in order.
Uh-oh, these are members. These are members. Congratulations. That's it.
Right,
Yes.
a New Gamma Omega chapter.
Yes.
So our next initiative is Empower Our Families.
Wonderful.
And this has, the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority has a strong history of supporting and servicing families.
Okay.
For we understand that a healthy family is the foundation for a healthy community.
Most definitely.
In this program, we've addressed food insecurities, mentoring,
Right.
mental health issues, care for our seniors, care for caregivers, and issues regarding maternal fetal health.
All right.
So the first of these is our CHIP program, which is
Yes.
the Childhood Hunger Initiative Power Pack. And so each weekend, New Gamma Omega provides children holiday meals and weekend meals for children within our local community. And we have targeted within East Baton Rouge Parish, Glen Oaks Park Elementary.
Okay.
And our contacts and partnering members are Mr. Bernard Williams and Mrs. Crystal Dugas.
Yes.
And
Thank
for
you.
each weekend, we pack 65 lunches and snacks weekly for our babies.
And
So
they
they
just
won't be
packed. They
hungry.
just packed. They just packed,
They
and you'll
just
see it on the
packed.
slides. Yeah,
That's right.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Okay, and our second initiative under this, our second focus rather under this initiative is the Youth Leadership Institute, also known as YLI.
Come on now.
And boo-hoo, yoo-hoo. Our YLI Leadership Development Institute is a youth-led and
Right.
highly interactive leadership development program for youth ages 11 through 13. And this week, Youth from Dream Makers Mentoring Program and YLI
They did.
worked together to develop vision boards while strategizing their leadership plan for opportunities. It was such an exciting activity
Awesome.
on yesterday.
Yes.
The
Great.
kids enjoyed themselves. The parents who were there were excited to see the vision boards develop.
Excellent.
And it was a great fun activity for all.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Kudos to Angel Williams and also
Kiana
Kelly.
Thank
That's
y'all
right.
so much. We appreciate it.
And Jennifer,
Barnes
Jennifer
Taylor.
Barnes Taylor, and also too for the CHIP program we have Carla Harmon, Lynn Ferris, and of course Alexis Alexander, and all of the committee members done a fabulous job.
fabulous.
Thank you so
Fabulous
much.
job. Yeah.
So, and then moving right along to our third initiative,
All
which
right.
is Build Our Economic Wealth.
Here it is.
So, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority has launched the most progressive and revolutionary economic initiative in this century. This administration has created institutional level solutions to combat institutional level challenges. The first one of these is the Black Dollar Days,
Okay.
which is held during the month of June, and we focused on leveraging our collective buying power
Right.
to funnel revenue to Black-owned businesses and our brands in our community.
Right.
And then 3 weeks ago, our members hosted a wonderful workshop on wills and estates.
Correct.
Good.
We had Attorney Smith of D. Smith Legal Inform and educate our house in getting our house in order.
That was. she
Thank
was
you
here.
so very much.
And so today, another drum roll.
Who do we have?
We have with us as guests and woman-owned business spotlight, Miss
Cassandra Washington.
the owner, operator, photographic extraordinaire, Sea Wash Production. And this is our entrepreneur spotlight for today.
Take it over.
Miss Washington,
There we go.
tell us about yourself.
Thank you all for having me. My name is Cassandra Washington. I am Sea Wash of Sea Wash Photography.
Okay.
I have been in business over 10 years, and I specialize in family portraits and professional headshots.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Right.
So why did you choose photography?
Man, I've always loved connecting with people, taking pictures. My photography journey started at the Southern University.
Come on.
As a
See.
student and as a mass communications major.
Okay.
I have had the opportunity to just just take a lot of pictures around the area, and people are seeing them. They're like, man, you should be a photographer. And one of my great friends who lives in Dallas and went to Southern University with me encouraged me to start my business, and it's just been a blessing
That's
since.
good. That's good.
wonderful.
So we know that your work is exceptional. You have
Thank
photographers,
you.
state officials, dignitaries, but what differentiates you from other photographers?
Well, I have the ability to connect with people on a different level. I mean, even if you come to the photo shoot, which most people do, they come very uncomfortable, and I'm able to make them comfortable, and so that gives me the ability to help them have their natural smile.
That's good.
And I also specialize in lighting, which is something that African Americans we really need, because a lot of times if we go,
We're all different shades. We're all different shades. We're all different shades.
I'm not saying it like that, you know, like one of the
It's see wash for me. Woo.
I tell you, like one of my first photography projects, somebody just pulled me over to the side. It's like, you need to work on this, and she wasn't even a photographer. In fact, she's a CPA. But I've specialized in the lighting and stuff, and
That's
that
good.
has
That's
really
good.
been able to separate me from a lot of
Yeah.
photographers.
That's
yeah.
good.
And it makes a difference. It
really
makes a
does.
difference.
Oh,
That's
yes,
right.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
So what would you tell a budding entrepreneur, even our young people, about launching out into the deep business ownership?
First of all, learn your craft.
That's good.
Prior to me starting photography, I probably shot about 10 years before I had taken any money for it.
Wow.
Learn your craft. Take every opportunity to learn about the business.
That's good.
In my photography business, it's probably 25. Now it's probably 25% shooting, 75% marketing, business. Just learn the business of whatever it is, because that's why a lot of African Americans fall. And also learn marketing. I know for my age group, we don't like social media. Not a huge fan of it, but do your social media website. That is so important. Just learning that part of it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. How can persons get in touch with you, contact you? Do you have like an Instagram, Facebook, old school phone number, anything?
Man, that is easy. I am on all of the major platforms. You can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. My website is CWASH Photography, CWASH photography. And if you DM me and let me know that you heard us on NGO in the Know, I can give you a discount on studio headshots.
That's right. So not just school photos,
not
just any photos.
No, your headshots.
That's right.
Inbox me, NGO in the Know, and we can get that discount for you.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I see that she's embracing that social media. 3 seconds ago, you didn't like it. Now you're talking DM and sliding in my DM and everything. So most that don't know what the DM is, that's a direct message. You gotta break it down, slide in the DM. Awesome.
And you also can contact me on my website, cwashphotography.com.
That's it. And you are going to see some beautiful photos. I saw the chief. I saw some state officials. I saw some family photos. Gorgeous website.
Thank
also
you.
too, weddings, balls, anything, anywhere, she can come to you.
Thank
you.
you.
CWASH.
Thank you.
So our goal is to get you 190 or 1908 new clients.
Let's
contacted.
1908.
1908.
We may change the business name. Who knows?
CWASH 1908.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
1908 new clients contacted, headed to your business and utilizing your service this year. So please refer. Let's drive that business. Black-owned business is what we support, especially women in leadership and ownership of businesses. Thank you so much. Any closing comments?
Yeah, thank you all for this amazing opportunity, and CWashphotography.com.
That's it.
All
right. Awesome.
All right, we're going to hand it back over to our vivacious Vice President.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue talking about some of our initiatives. And another initiative is to enhance our environment.
Most definitely.
Of course, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority has the power to galvanize an organization of more than 120,000 active members, creating a ripple effect and making a significant impact on what? Our environment.
Yes.
Because the goal is to protect our environment. So we have a particular activity called the Community and Home Gardens.
That's correct.
And so last week, our members used their pink and green thumbs.
That's right.
And it was all about gardening, partnership, serving, and working
Alpine
together
Community
at
Gardens.
the Alpine Community Gardens.
Yes, wonderful.
At 1855 Chestnut Street in Baton Rouge.
It was excellent.
It was a wonderful activity, and we want to say thanks to the Alpine Community Gardens, to First Alpine Baptist Church, to Reverend James Snowden, its members, the top ladies of distinction, Constance Carroll, Dr. Jamie Jackson of Bel Air High School, Bingo cheerleading team, Dr. Margaret Evans, the True Care Health and Wellness Center, and so many other community volunteers. They came out and brought their little green thumbs and put them to work.
Yes.
So it was about maintenance, planting, pruning, labeling, and preparing the gardens for the fall. It's all about education on certain vegetable varieties and the benefits of certain herbs and vegetables.
And the local members that participated in that were Ebony Holmes.
That's right.
Veronica Mucker.
That's definite. Oh, my gosh.
Aaron Gaines.
To that committee, thank you so much. Excellent job. Lita Laverne, we appreciate you so much. We've got a video now, and it's going to incorporate our environment and also our vote, because we know that it is important now. So we're going to head to that video right now. We're going to hear from Mrs. DeJuan Mosley from the Black Voters Matters bus tour to talk to us about the issue in the environment and the reason why it is necessary to get out and vote for certain candidates.
Of course, more stops on the tour. Ms. Mosley, thank you so much for joining us in studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, I know you guys have been touring all across the state. You're making a stop right here with the emphasis on environmental justice. Why is that so important?
Oh my goodness. It affects everything and every aspect of our life when we think about clean drinking water, clean air, the impacts that all of those things have on us. It is of the utmost importance. There's nothing more basic than clean drinking water and clean air to breathe.
Absolutely. And I know here at home, we are no stranger when it comes to environmental impacts. I mean, Gordon Plaza always comes to mind. Then, of course, we had the plant explosion just a couple of weeks ago. And you spent some time out there speaking to some residents out there as well, correct?
Yeah. So yesterday we had a chance to be in St. John's Parish. We had a chance to spend some time with Ms. Gail Levine from Rise St. James. I tell you, she is a jewel in this community, being on the front lines every day, raising awareness, offering education, because oftentimes environmental justice, we think about climate change, right? We think about all these big words and all these big names. But when you have someone in the community like Ms. Sharon, who can explain not only what the issues are, but bring it local to talk about what's happening on your block, that is priceless. The work that she does at Rise St. James is amazing. So, you know, me being from Atlanta, hearing about Cancer Alley is one thing, but being here on the ground and seeing it firsthand, hearing from residents in the community, all the concerns that they have, knowing that this area has an above average rate of cancer, is sad, it's frustrating. But one of the things that we hope to do on this bus tour is to bring some hope and some joy and let people know that they do have power to affect change. And when they follow the leadership of local folks, then anything is possible.
Yeah, I know, definitely being in that environment and seeing it is just it puts it in a bit of a different perspective.
Yes.
I mean, we were talking earlier, you know, the plants are there and, you know, people need jobs, people need to work, but it's like a double-edged sword because they are experiencing some of those impacts from the environment that they're living in.
Absolutely. You're right. That's exactly what it is. People need jobs. These plants bring jobs. But in this instance, this is when we call on government to show real leadership, to put people over profits. We've got to be able to strike a balance. We don't have to poison people daily just so that they can have jobs and be able to pay bills and keep the lights on. We've got to find a way to balance these things out. Otherwise, slowly but surely, we are just killing our folks.
Now, absolutely. I know, of course, you want people to kind of keep in mind those environmental impacts when they are watching our debate tonight. You all are hosting a watch party. But you want people to kind of keep that in mind. Of course, crime comes to mind, education. Our insurance rates are crazy here in the state. But environmental impacts, that's something that you want people to kind of think about as well.
Absolutely. Listen to the candidates. You know, when that topic comes up, listen to their answers. Hear what they say. And if you don't like what you hear, contact them. Reach out to them on their social media. Reach out to their office and pose those tough questions. We are in a place and time where we can't let candidates get away with, you know, just glossing over these issues when we know, again, Cancer Alley is a real thing. So what is the plan? What are you going to do? Where is the leadership in this issue? What is going to be done to help mitigate this harm that is affecting Black, brown, and marginalized working class communities?
Yeah, and I mean, you guys, through these conversations on this tour, you're really empowering people to really take their own vote seriously. I think some people have the mindset of, oh, my vote doesn't matter. It's so small. It's not going to make a major difference. But when 100,000 of those people come together, even 1,000 of those people come together, can make a difference in those races.
Yeah, but even hundreds of people, when we think about local elections, because a lot of times for these plants to be built, there has to be some type of zoning changes. And so in those instances, we talk about local elections, those races are often decided by 10, 20 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, leadership. We want people to feel empowered to challenge candidates and elected officials, to tell them, what is your plan? What does real leadership look like? It's one thing to have a job description as to what you do, but think beyond that. What can you do to lessen the harms? What can you do to keep clean air and clean drinking water? What are you going to do? If you're applying for this job and I'm your employer, I need those answers.
We're going to talk now about our social justice initiative.
And yes, we're going to look to our Advocate for Social Justice initiative, and has been the forefront of social justice to promote fairness and equity. And its job is simply, as Ms. Mosley said, we equip communities with the tools, knowledge, and support to activate their voices and mobilize self-help through voter education, voter registration, voter mobilization, public policy forums. And, we have another video, if we can play it real quick, and we're going to hear from Atlanta Hawks player Alex Young about why it is important to vote, and to also give us a little history on the vote. And this is for our young voters, this is for our senior voters, this is for everybody. Let's hear it.
If you're wondering why voting is so important to me and why it should be important to you, let's go back in time for a moment.
Let's start with the assassination of President Lincoln, leading to the Andrew Johnson presidency. Johnson, a firm believer in state rights, allowed states post-Civil War to reestablish their own governments. Southern states, free from restraint, drafted their own laws that actively targeted the rights and freedoms of African Americans. To combat these oppressive laws, Congress passed the 14th and 15th Amendments. Now former slaves were granted citizenship, and states were prohibited from denying voting rights based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. But the states simply worked around the amendments with new suppression tactics, ushering in the era of the Jim Crow laws. Poll taxes, literacy tests, legalized segregation. These state and local laws not only suppressed the vote, they made daily life for African Americans dangerous. The price for resistance was fierce. Meanwhile, on the federal level, the 19th Amendment extended voting rights to women, sort of, because Jim Crow laws still practically denied African American women the right to vote. Almost a century after the birth of Jim Crow laws, finally, a victory, with the passing of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. A year later, the Supreme Court bans the poll tax. The era of Jim Crow is dead, but the era of black voter suppression is not. In 2012, black voter turnout rate exceeded white voter turnout for the first time in U.S. history, leading to the re-election of President Obama.
We are an American family, and we rise or fall together as one nation and as one people.
But only a year later, the Supreme Court decided to overturn a key aspect of the Voting Rights Act. Some states no longer need federal approval to change their election laws. A few short years later, we're living in a new but familiar world of threats to voters' rights. These tactics can make people feel their vote doesn't matter. But history teaches us not just about these challenges, but how we overcame them. And why we have an obligation to fulfill the rights that others fought so hard to enable and protect.
You can see how important and difficult it was just to gain the right to vote for many of us. Let's not waste this opportunity. Please visit more than
out now, and we wanted you to know a little bit more about the history of our vote and why your voice and your vote counts. As we get ready to close out our show for today, we just want to end as we always do and just encourage each and every one to register to vote and also get out and vote. Please. But as we close out, always choose to heal, not to hurt, to forgive, not to be resentful, to keep trying, not to quit, to love and not to hate, because at the end of this life, what truly matters is not what we bought, but what we built, not what we got, but what we shared, not our popularity, but our character, not our success, but our signature. And here's the key: live a life full of purpose and be of service to all mankind. Have a great afternoon.
See you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to In the Know with NGO, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated New Gamma Omega Chapter, an educational, informational platform for you, our community stakeholders. Whether it be community cleanups, recycling efforts, feeding vulnerable populations, mentoring, planting trees, setting up little greenhouse libraries, hosting voter registration drives, voter forums, supporting female entrepreneurs, black business, providing scholarships for high school and college students. It's a serious matter, and this is what we do daily. We invite you to join us, support us in one of all of our service opportunities. Ways to financially support and aid in providing scholarships are through the EAF Endowment, Linda Dunlap Cozy Scholarship, Valina Smith Johnson Scholarship, and the Eloise Ferdinand Jack Scholarship, our debutante program. Go to www.akanewgammaomega.com. That's www.akanewgammaomega.com. Tune in every Sunday for In the Know with NGO, 1 to 1:30 p.m. on this your station WPFC, 1550 a.m. Until next week, stay in the flow and always be in the know with NGO.